Next, if you're over 75 and not on pension credit, you now need to start paying for a TV licence, or you could find yourself in trouble with the law. The BBC is scrapping the free-for-all model for over 75s in an effort to cut costs. One Notts filmmaker has taken the recent changes to the service as inspiration for his latest comedy. The short film Licengoons follows a pair of pesky TV licence enforcers as they target secret telly watchers. Well, Hollis has more. Just a warning that the following piece does contain some flashing images.
On the streets of Arnold, TV licence enforcers are hoping to catch out a secret telly watcher. In the new fictional comedy The Licengoons by Notts filmmaker Miles Anthony, pesky officers chase their commission by targeting the vulnerable and the elderly. The film's production was completed during the pandemic under strict safety measures.
We stuck very strongly to the BFI guidelines that were published on their website in terms of filming for COVID. This was after the main lockdown. This was when we were let out to roam free, for lack of a better term. And we essentially, had PPE on hand, sanitizer on hand.
The humble television has sat centre in the living rooms and lives of Brits for decades. For many older people, it's an antidote to loneliness. The TV licence funds the BBC. Now the free service that's kept over 75-year-olds tuned in for the last 20 years is being stopped, and it's caused a row. It was the perfect inspiration for Miles' film.
To me, it was just an injustice. And the thing is, the over 75s, people kind of go, oh, the TV license, whatever. But then as I started reading into it, I just started to realize just how much the BBC really waste, and for them to put it on people that have done nothing but support them for, over 75 years, I just thought was disgusting. And I didn't see anyone else piping up about it. So I took it up upon myself.
The BBC says that by making the changes, it will save around £745 million, which can fund a range of programming. It says that the government decides who gets a pension credit, and the BBC is only following those standards. A spokesperson for the Department of Digital, Culture, Media and Sport said it was up to the BBC to restrict it to only those who receive a pension credit, and they must now look at supporting those affected. Avadni, who stars in the film, says that many of her friends will be affected by the change.
I do think that very strongly that if you've had a free licence at 75, then that should remain for the rest of your life. And it's only the people like me coming up to 75 that should continue paying. A couple of friends of mine have had letters and they've had to now pay for their licence. And I think that's very, 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 very unfair.